1, 2. So welcome everybody, just waiting for the music to just be turned down a tad before we get going.
Now.
Yeah, so we're back. I'm just getting everything sorted and ready to get this final on the way. We're just waiting for Dudley to announce it over the tannoy as well.
Well, we're here again, mate.
Yeah, here we go.
Here we go.
Let's just drank that drink I had before and it's warm as heck, Dave.
It is, isn't it?
So we're all ready to go. We're back on Facebook as well.
Who's the referee? Wayne, do you know the name of the referee?
Yes, it's Rick Lloyd.
Rick Lloyd.
A very busy referee as well.
Yeah. So it's worked. There's a few coming over now, you see. They wouldn't have known about it otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's Ryan to break. Well, he's won the lag anyway, so I presume he's going to break.
Yeah, he's coming over.
Yeah, I'm using the new one, Darren. I only just remembered actually about 10 minutes ago, so I've just managed to log on to me email and download it. Thanks very much, buddy. You're a star, and hopefully you are here next Saturday. I'll see you then. It's looking a little bit jumpy for some reason. That I don't know why. Don't like it, but there's not a lot I can do now.
Dry break there from Ryan.
It is. All right, you're coming. All right, I thought it was next week you were coming. Oh, that's great stuff. Nice to see you. Zach Shepherd is asking if it's the Mark Gray, the 9-ball player. That's what I first thought when I first not met him, because obviously he doesn't look anything like him, but no, it's not. Mark actually plays on the Northern Blackpool Tour. Ryan is over, I think it's West Yorkshire way.
Yeah, Huddersfield is Ryan.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad it seems fine at your end, Roy. It's on my screen. It's just a little bit jumpy for some reason. I should have restarted the computer really, because it does work over time. It's not telling me it's overworking, but anyway.
Mark eating his way through these reds here.
Dwayne Dibbs asking if we've got any local ones on the table, on the stream table. We might have later on, I don't know. It's the doubles starting around about 7 o'clock. So we'll get a mixture of games on.
I don't know why Dwayne didn't enter this.
I thought you said he were poorly.
Well, yeah, but he needs exercise. Listen, I won singles in Kirkham League with a broken leg. Hopping around. So
it's easy as that, Dave, isn't it? Easy as that. So, Mark Gray with a first chance to take the frame. Pat's asking how Ryan's managed to sneak into the final of this, but very good player is Ryan. I think I'm not sure, I think he won the Blue Dolphin in individuals last year. Sure he did.
Well, quite clinical, that one.
Was that a breaking dish? No, it wasn't, because
Ryan broke and he had a dry break, so
1-0 to Mark Gray.
Yeah.
I was talking to him outside because obviously I do know him with him being on the Northern Tour, and he was a little bit nervous last night. He made a few mistakes last night, and he was telling me how nervous he was, and it can affect you that way, but he's certainly not showed any nerves in that little finish there.
No, not at all.
Yeah, it's okay, Roy. I've sussed out what it's all about now. There's a couple, 2 or 3 people around the country that are just being a nuisance with themselves and trying to do whatever. I'm not going to touch on it too much. I'll just quietly deal with it. But I know where it all stems from, and there's only one that will have the last laugh. Anyway, back to the match, and it's Mark Gray to break. Yeah, it is jumpy from my point of view. I'll have a look at the replay on the stream in a minute.
Well, Yellers is potted off the break, but I think he's going to go for Yellers here, isn't he, really?
I don't know. Then, apart from this one over this bottom pocket here, Reds look a bit more favourable. If he can find one to get into this yellow, you know, the Reds are the ones, but it all depends on how he feels, I suppose.
Yeah.
We all have different ways of looking at it.
I'm thinking if he takes the one to the left-hand middle, might be able to get himself down for the centred one in the bottom half. And get that down to the left.
Well, he tried to develop the black there, just caught it a bit too thick.
Yeah.
At the moment, we're just streaming to YouTube and Facebook.
Well, it stayed off the cushion, hasn't it? So that's got all his balls in circulation now. Not the best of shots from Ryan. Sort of looking at him afterwards. But,
we should.
has he left an easy opening for?
Well, Darren's watching. Should use the colours as well. Would be a good idea. Utilise the scoring app to its full potential. John McAllister's joined us as well. Good evening, John. As well as everybody else, that is. So, Mark's on yellows, is he? okay there. Everything still goes. Now it all depends. I think the only one that's easily potable is just the one over the bottom left hand corner here. So might have to take that one now. I think he can get through the gap. Possibly then right centre. Well, he's looking like he's going for the cut here, so anything can happen here. I think he might be going into this yellow that's in the middle of the table as well, so he needs to be careful. And that's what, I don't know whether he could get through to the one over the bottom left, possibly not, which is why he went for that, but he might end up having to play a double in a minute. Yeah. In fact, if he can see enough of this, he might be able to go into it, Dave.
Yeah, he might get it onto it and pull it off. Where is he going? Yeah, looking where he's queuing on that. He's looking to take that yellow out, isn't he? Yeah.
Oh, he's spotted the red, which is, I suppose, in a way, is just as good. He's got a nice little angle on this now, so yeah, he can drop this one down the rail, and his white is automatically going to drift across to the right-hand side,
yeah,
hopefully for the last yellow into the top left-hand corner. Thanks, Pepsi. Mr. Paul McEwen. I was just about to say the hearts and likes will be going 10 to the dozen any minute now. You can always tell when the main man Pepsi's in the building. He does appreciate these streams, and he certainly does a good job himself, bringing snippets of pool and snooker information from around the world, based in Qatar, I think it is. 30 seconds. And there's Rick Lloyd, referee. You could just hear him shouting there. 30 seconds. Final is on the stop clock. So Ryan's on the back foot here a little bit.
Yeah.
He's having to try and force an error from Mark.
There's a gap there for Mark, isn't it? He can come off that top cushion.
Paul Adams,
between the red and yellow,
he's joined us on chat, saying good afternoon to myself and fellow commentator. My fellow commentator is Dave Arney.
Thank you very much there, Paul.
He's with us all the time when we come down to the Golden 8 Ball, although you're not here next week, are you not, Dave?
Unfortunately, I'm not, and it's breaking me heart. Believe me, it's breaking me heart.
That's right, Paul. Show the love. That's what it's all about.
Thanks, Paul.
Qatar. Here is Qatar.
Right.
So, chance here for Ryan. First real proper chance. It's nearly as warm here today, Paul, in sunny Blackpool as it possibly is over there in Qatar. World 9 Ball Champions in December. Yeah, I saw your post last week, was it? A week before, about you going to the World 9 Balls.
Oh, he's come out too far.
He's overhit it.
He has.
Stretching. He's
just
overhit
needed
it.
to tap it, didn't he?
He's got a chance here now as Mark.
Yeah.
To when he moves to take a 2-0 lead.
Yeah. Big shot of that for Ryan, really, because he gets that and it makes it awkward for him. But knowing he's coming out,
he would have gone favourite.
It will knock his confidence a bit.
This is a big shot. You just need to make sure you cue this. Just concentrate on the pot. The black's going to be awkward wherever you leave the white. Well, I don't know if he was trying to go into the black at the same time, but he's left it in a really awkward position now. So all of a sudden, from being favourite, he's gifted his opponent with a great opportunity here. Sorry, Dwayne. I must apologise. It is Lord Dave Hardy, my co-commentator.
Thank you very much, sir.
Do you get many perks of being a Lord?
Yes, but I couldn't mention them all on air.
Could you not? You get quite a few, do you?
Yeah, you do, yeah. You get upgrades and things like that.
Do you?
Yes.
Would I get any upgrades and stuff like that if I said I was a friend of a Lord?
Well, I've never tried that, actually.
Have you not?
No.
Well,
no.
I'll try it.
Try it.
Try it. I've got your number. I can always ring you up and confirm it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that wasn't the worst shot he could have played, because it's now Ryan does need a little bit of work now with the balls the way they're set. He could actually do with getting this cluster sorted out down here. Probably tap the yellow into the red to get that ball behind again. And I know it sounds negative, but unless he's got a good shot to get them out, he could nip up and get another snooker. He's not going to get 2 chances at winning this tournament this time. So,
Just been called 30 seconds. Right, Rick Lloyd, the referee.
yep.
So he's got to get a move on now. He's landed a bit straight on there. He could have probably done with a bit of an angle, really, and just to drift a white across. So that's why he's not gone for it.
Yeah, but he's made it awkward for himself as well there, hasn't he?
Yeah, he needed to be in a position where he could have potted this one down to the bottom right and gone into that little cluster, but that's all because he didn't have an angle on that last, that red he's just taken. So, hello to Nathan Blodsworth from Rhondda. It's 800 to the winner, and I think it's 400 to the runner-up. There's Pepsi again, sharing the love.
Upgrades and free breakfast, that's true. Yeah. That was a cracking little shot there from Ryan.
Certainly was, and he's got Mark in a little bit of trouble here. He can get to this yellow, but it's about what he leaves, and that red does go now, so he's going to have to be careful here, Mark.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice to go out all guns blazing, but you know, he's in a situation here and he wants to win this title. I can't blame him for, you know, trying to get back in and get, you know, draw it level.
Thank you very much, Paul, and I'm sure we'll see you about soon. Unlucky that from Mark. Cheers, Paul. Thanks for your comment. Appreciated, mate. So Ryan now looking good here to take this second frame. Yeah, all good. All's good this end, John. Nice to see you there on chat watching the stream. Hope to see you at Bapto. I'm not too sure. Are you here next weekend? I'm not too sure. No, certainly you'll be here for Bapto.
Yep.
I think his first man on the list when it comes to Bapto is John. Recently been added to the Reggie Gilpool Promotions stable. Yeah, it would be nice to meet you, Paul. I'm sure our paths will cross at some stage in the future. And yes, this is Dave, Lord Dave. I've been corrected. Hardy at the side of me, John.
All right, John, how are you, my own mucker? I love that guy so bits, you know. He's a diamond geezer,
Class,
absolute diamond geezer.
Class. Entertainer, Mr. Entertainment when it comes to pool.
Oh, goodness me. Yeah. You looked at family and yourself, John.
John Weirs is asking where this is. This is at the Norbreck Castle Hotel. It is the home of pool. That's for sure. Some great competitions here. 3 brilliant competitions every year now. The 2 Golden 8-ball weekends, the 3-man, the 4-man. It's the 4-man next weekend. Starts next Thursday. And then in November we have the Bapto, which has been going for, I think it's 42 years now.
Yeah, awesome.
Bapto competition. Recently, over the last couple of years, 2 or 3 years ago, taken over by, not taken over, but Rob Pierce and Sharon taken over the running of the events for Bapto. And they're doing a great job.
Yes, John, we'll see you at the Bapto. Yeah, looking forward to it, pal. Hello to you too, mate.
Roy Trasler is asking where you find the results. You can either go to the Golden 8 Facebook page. There is a link on there. Or alternatively, I'll just tell you the website. It's livepoolscores.com. You go to livepoolscores.com. It's a lovely little website that's just been built, especially for the competitions here at the Norbreck Castle Hotel for Rob and Sharon. Very nice, fresh, clean, easy to navigate. You've got all the group scores and all the scores from the other competitions. Like I say, you can search for individual teams. It's or the groups. It's a lovely little website that's been built, and it's still under construction as well. He's building it as we go along. So, livepoolscores.com.
Well, Ryan seems to be going up a gear at the moment.
I can tell you already who we've got on stream tomorrow. It is in the goal section. We'll be concentrating mainly on the goal section tomorrow. That is the main competition. I'm not too sure who they're playing, Dave. I'm going to have a quick look.
Yeah, yeah. Just not quite run right for Ryan on that one. A little bit further and he'd been all right on the top ball. Don't know if he can make that plant to the bottom pocket. He's looking at it. I know you can't see it off on the camera, but you can see him here. He's getting down for it. And he's got it. Lovely.
It's Romany Roses versus Specsavers. It's one of our sponsors, and
wow.
Competitions like this, yeah, they still go ahead, but not anywhere near the standard that they are without the sponsors. And they do seem to be a pretty half-decent team, the team from Specsavers, so they're going to go on the stream first tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Great.
So that's Specsavers versus Romany Roses, 9 o'clock in the morning. Oh, wait a minute. I know they've already played. It's not them. It's Not Freetoned. Specsavers versus Not Freetoned.
You need to go to Specsavers for your glasses.
I need to go to Specsavers, yeah.
You do.
I don't know. I missed the scores in from the previous round. So that's who's on the stream. Quite apt, that, isn't it? Played in quite nicely.
Who writes the material?
I write it myself. Good evening to Ian Tolley. Did a bit of streaming for snooker. I don't know if you saw it, Dave, a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I saw it on.
Ian was one of the organisers of it all. The highlight was the Ken Doherty exhibition on the Friday night. What a great laugh that was. What a good sport he is.
What a cracking guy he is, isn't he?
Yeah, wired him up as well with the radio mic. He wasn't bothered, you know what I mean? He really, got into it. Brilliant night. Looking forward to next year. Good lad is Ian. And he joined us on commentary as well for a few of the nights, and very knowledgeable. Good laugh as well.
Ryan there, just getting the angle for.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, Simon. It's never easy. I suppose policing it, and it's all about obviously the tournament director and what have you, learning more and more about the players. I do know they do ask certain people if they're in any doubt, but I have noticed myself that there's been a couple of teams here this weekend that are borderline, to say the least. So I'm sure they'll address it. I'm sure they'll try and make it as fair as possible. It is based around the pub player this weekend. Next weekend's the big one, and you're always going to get the odd one now and again that just sneaks through the net.
That wasn't a clever shot there, was it? Oh dear. Ryan will be breathing a bit lighter. Does it slip through? I think it does this, and it goes in. If we can come back the other way.
It's always difficult as well to categorise certain players. But I'm sure they'll get there, Simon. So chance here for Mark. He's had a great weekend so far. Just a little bit in between with that one. Another 3 or 4 inches or more or less, it would have been okay, but it's just a little bit awkward this now. As I said before, Mark, I know him pretty well now. He's one of the regulars on the Northern Tour. Yeah, it was. It just run it a little bit too far for that. Really, it just made it a little bit awkward. He obviously could have potted it, but it would have been a fine cut.
I agree with you there. It wasn't beyond potting.
The thinner he cut it, the more he was dicing with that corner pocket as well. So maybe that was in his mind. But chance here for Ryan now to take a 2-1 lead. 2 zeros are underneath the 1-1 is for the breaking dish count. We've not had one yet, so if we do, that will keep a record of it. Also the red and blue circles indicate at which stage the frames were won. So as you can see, Mark took the first frame, Ryan took the second, and he's looking like could well take this third one here.
Yeah, nice shot that. Has he rolled too far?
He should be okay. He's gone a little bit low, but he should still be okay with this.
Yeah.
Good. I think you might need to change your name, Simon, to Chancery Lamb. I think your name stands out like a sore thumb. But yeah, you're right. You are right, and I think it will get addressed. Some things do take a little bit more time than others. But yeah, next week is the main tournament for the better players. And I suppose for people like yourself, it must be a little frustrating when you see players not far off your standard managing to sneak through the net.
Good bounce back from Ryan now. You see there with that 2-1, having been one down. He's playing a lot better in that match, in that game.
Well, I was going to put my little intro on, but it's not coming up this time. I'll have to wait till next time now. Now I've lost my scoreboard. What's all that about? Oh, I know why. Well, my intro's gone off. Anyway, back to the action. Mr. Clough's joined us. He's one that certainly won't be getting in this three-man team event. Far too good, that fella.
Who, Mr. Clough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although he's let it slip a bit the last couple of tours. He's not been on top form. I'm sure it won't be long before he's back.
Yeah.
He's had a good run though.
Well, he's been playing a lot of years.
He certainly has.
Yeah, good point that, Gary.
Well,
yeah.
You say that, and this weekend was created because one, the Pro-Am was getting that popular. Far too many teams wanted to enter. They did try to accommodate everybody 2 years ago, and there was over 200 odd teams in the event, and it was absolutely chaotic. So they decided to create another event to filter a few teams out, but made it amateur only, and it is always very difficult sometimes to categorise certain players, certainly when they don't play international or major money matches and things like that. So they do slip through the net. So it basically supposed to be for the pub player, if you will. I don't like saying lesser standard of a player, but it is what it is, really. It's to give them some of the golden 8-ball experience, because there is no other competition like this on the pool calendar. The atmosphere here is absolutely fantastic, especially when the room's full and the jukebox is blaring away. It's not a serious competition, but it is a serious competition. People absolutely love coming here. It's not a bad shot from Mark. He's just managed to capture the pocket. And you're right, some of the players here this weekend, we've had a little bit of a issue over the last day or so with people, some of the comments and what have you. Some of the players here, it is the highlight of what they do within pool. A lot of these are just local league players, and to even enter a competition like this is a big thing to them. To come on a stream table as well. In a competition like this, the pressure is absolutely immense on these players, because majority of them, you know, like I say, are not used to it. And I think that's something that some certain people just don't seem to understand. The majority of these players here this weekend are not, like I say, not big money match players or play international or anything like that, so they just enjoy playing the game of pool.
We've had a bit of a surge in Blackpool teams as a coincidence. The fact that Blackpool teams playing,
local teams,
yeah, local teams playing in this tournament this year. And as I've been walking around the auditorium, you know, for a story here and there, and I've been talking with some of the local lads. Of course, being in the local leagues, we know them,
yeah,
and getting their feedback. And their feedback is that this is an awesome experience, you know. Some of them said it's affected the play, just the awe of being here.
That's a great shot from Mark there.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're right, Dave. You know, Blackpool has, apart from maybe half a dozen players, some of the players from this the local area, have not really got involved in any of the major competitions around the country. So it's a new experience for them as well, and it, you know, it's the same as, you know, most of these players that do come to this comp. It's a totally different experience to what they're used to.
Yeah, yeah, they wouldn't miss it for the world.
Yeah.
And in fairness, you know, they've got a couple of local teams through into tomorrow's, so you know it's not been a bad representation for the town itself. But
well, the runners up last year came from Blackpool, and a couple of them have been refused entry this year because of the standard. You know, I think even players now that are playing for big money matches are considered good enough to be refused.
Yeah.
So it's all about learning and working with it, and you know, making changes along the way. And I think this, bearing in mind it's only second year that the amateur events taking place, so they will get it right eventually.
Well, it's not showing any signs of not being supported, is it? You know,
it's full. It's full again.
You know, what more can you do than fill?
Exactly.
You know.
The world is full of sharks. You know, everybody wants a little bit a better piece of the action, I suppose. But and there's plenty that will chance their arm, if you will, to. It's the same in the money match world, I suppose. Everybody wants the easiest game they can possibly get. Do you know what I mean? And nobody's going to play somebody better. Well, somebody has to do, but nobody's going to go into a money match thinking that you know, they've got a chance if they're playing somebody better than them. They've got to think they've got a chance. But I'm sure it'll get sorted out. So far, it's been another cracking weekend, and the sun and the high ceilings has made it even better. Love the high ceilings here, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
And the man himself, Mr. Craig Lakin, will be gracing us with his presence next week.
Aye.
Did you see the video I put on the other day?
No, I didn't.
I just messed about with that. I just stuck one up quickly. It came to me, and I thought, oh, I'll just mess about with that.
Yeah.
And I just dubbed it a little bit, and it was funny. I think so, anyway.
No, mate. Listen, I've every credit. I mean, you get in a library of stuff now. It's nice. You know, you've got a lot of opportunity to, you know, put a bit of humour in there and show that side of it, show some of the shots side, you know.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're right, Dotty. And, you know, people, they don't see what goes off behind the scenes as well. Work for this that will start in about 3 or 4 months' time for next year. There's a lot of work involved. Yes, well, you're right there, Lee. Brett was considered as, because he's played a couple of, you know, little money matches, he was considered as being one of the elite players until he came across me in the Northern Tour a couple of weeks ago, and
Did you take him out?
I absolutely destroyed him, Dave.
Did you destroy him?
I destroyed him. Don't tell him I said that.
Well,
though.
no. I saw him going into psychiatric assessment,
I'm
and
not
I wonder what it were that
I'm
caused
not surprised. It should have been 4-0. Yeah.
What, did you make it gentle?
I'll let him come back at me. Well, I'll let him take a couple of frames anyway.
Right. Well, that was nice of you.
Yeah. Well, I'm good like
It's
that.
unusual, that.
Yeah, I'm good like that. Well, he's not been the same since.
Thank God. You're good like that. Is this the real Wayne Pinder?
Yeah. Listen, it was long overdue, that.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting to the final against outstanding Matt Brearley. That guy's just different class. He didn't miss a ball.
No.
I managed to take a nice finish out to win a frame off him, so that did me. I knew I was never going to get anywhere near him. Not bad for a geriatric pool player.
No.
I just close my eyes now and just cue it and see
Hang
what
on,
happens.
is he going enough? Is he going enough?
He has.
He has.
He has, wow.
Wow. That was a big frame.
It certainly was.
Yeah.
That could be, well...
It's going to be a big ask now, isn't it?
It's an uphill battle now.
Isn't it?
He'll be absolutely kicking himself now, will Mark.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if that goes 2-all, it's still anybody's game.
Yeah.
You know, and he's not really been outplayed yet.
No. Having said that, Ryan's really got to keep his game up. You know.
Well, nobody's too good not to get beat, but Ryan is, you know, he is a class player.
Yeah.
For Mark to come back from this now, especially after that, it's going to be very difficult for him.
I always say the last frame is the hardest to win. So. A lot of this, I always think, comes down to positive mental attitude.
Yeah, of course it does. It's,
Brian Williams there, great to be watching again. Well, we're great. We're happy you're watching, Brian. I think Mark there settling in for a bit of a protracted frame here.
so as we can see with the markers just underneath the scoreboard there, Mark took the first frame and Ryan's come back with the next three on the trot. So and this is looking like it could well be a bit of a tactical one. In fact, I better just update that scoreboard over there. It would look a little bit better, especially when I can see it on the stream. And I need to change the camera angle as well. You know, I need arms like an octopus.
Yeah.
Just one. It was on before that TV, I don't know. And not long since reset it as well, so.
This is developing into one of them frames, isn't it?
Yeah, you could see straight from the break, more or less, it was going to be one of them frames.
If it just goes on like this, would the referee call for a re-rack, do you think?
Well, it all depends how.
Clearly, if nobody's making any positive effort. I think, yeah, just off camera, we've got the one of the head refs.
One off.
So
the head ref.
The head ref.
Yeah.
Just having a word with the referee for this game, and he's just having a word with the players. So I think it's probably about shots and that, and re-rack maybe.
Yeah, he'll be telling them to keep an eye on it and
yeah,
probably give them a warning, a couple of shots apiece. Unless there's some progress being made. It must have been mentioned, so I can't see it being too much longer before they actually re-rack him.
Yeah, nobody's making any efforts for anything here, are they? Mark's pulled the ball out, hasn't he? So is Ryan going to throw it back in again? Yeah, he is.
Yeah, we're going to re-rack him.
Re-rack it there. Yeah.
So no nonsense from Rick Lloyd, our referee for the final. Mel Hawley there as well. He's just actually caught the wrong camera. He's gone out of picture now, but Mel Hawley just overseeing him and just making sure the referees are on the ball. Although, not really need to do that with Rick Lloyd. He's a very, very competent referee. See him at lots and lots of money matches and competitions around the country. Now, with this being a re-rack, normally, if it was a re-rack by design, it would be a 9-ball rack. I don't know why they're lagging again. It should be the player that lagged initially, the one whose break it should be, should I say, initially. But it certainly shouldn't be a 9-ball rack because it wasn't a re-rack by design. It was just a re-rack from negative plate. I think that's the ruling. So we should have a normal rack. Be a shame if it was a 9-ball rack. But I didn't realise that they re-lagged. Very surprised. It then alters it gives an advantage to the one who who didn't win the leg in the first place, if they actually get a chance to win the leg again. You know what I mean? So.
Do you think it should alternate? Then
Well, this should have
leg?
been Ryan's. This should have been Ryan's leg again. Leg again.
Right. Yeah.
And it has gone to a 9-ball rack. Why it's gone to a 9-ball rack, I don't know, because it's not. It wasn't a deliberate stalemate caused by a single shot. It wasn't a re-rack by design. It was just a re-rack from. It wasn't as though there was no legal shot to be played deliberately because of a shot. So it should have been, which is why they've re-lagged. It should have been a normal rack, as far as I'm concerned, anyway. But
yeah.
I'm not a referee. I will ask the question later, though, as why it was a. It's always nice to know the reasoning behind it. But yeah, the 9-ball rack comes into force if it's, like I say, if it's a re-rack by design, which means a player playing a shot, knowing that the outcome of that shot would be a re-rack. And I suppose when we're not under any time constraints, there's no rush to finish this match, to be fair. I don't see the need to change the game. Yeah, he has gone a bit too far. This I'm not too sure how cuttable this is.
Yeah. Maybe it's not over yet.
He's having a go at it, that's
Yeah.
for sure. And he's having to dig into it, so he's looking to avoid the top left-hand corner pocket as well. Wants to avoid that middle pocket, and he has done. He's got a chance here.
Yeah, yeah.
An inch or two less, it would have been absolutely perfect. But
Needs to pace it right, though, because we've seen him hold on this cushion. We've seen him hold on the pocket.
He should be okay here, Mark. He's a good cueist. All the way.
Yeah, yeah. Oh.
So
3-2.
Is it Ryan's break now? I can't remember who brought that one then.
Mark, Mark broke into and he potted one off the break.
Yeah, I thought it was.
So so it should be now. Because they've gone out of sync, will it just stay as it is now and automatically be Ryan's?
Well, it's going to revert now, isn't it? Because they've had to. I don't know. Well, I don't know if it's just for that one particular lag or it should be Mark's lag if it's in sync, which it is Mark's lag. So so it must be re-lagged just for that one particular break, and then it reverts back to where it was.
Right.
So there you go. You tired, Dave?
Sorry?
You tired?
No, I was just exercising my jaw.
Okay. Well, he's lost a white, and this is looking open. It's just the black and the yellow that's a little bit awkward, but them reds look nice. You may well see him trying to develop the black and yellow here, get the black out, and then go reds. He is doing. Just get the yellow out of the way. Every red's got a pocket now.
Yeah. Just work your route.
Just got to drop these in. They're all pretty much ploppings now. The
hardest ball is the one at the top there, isn't it? because it's between two yellows effectively. He just
Well,
needs to drop
it's not
some
that difficult. He might run into this yellow here. He's not caught it right anyway,
No.
so he's going to have another go at that.
And he's pushed that yellow closer to the red, so it just makes it a tad more than it was before. But you'd still expect Ryan to get this.
He might be on it now, or not? Is it?
No, it's that yellow.
He is.
See, that yellow wasn't there before. He would have had it at that.
I don't know, Dave. No, I don't think he
he's
can.
not going for it. Otherwise, he would do.
He would have took it then, yeah.
Yeah.
He's trying again.
He isn't. Oh, right. Okay.
Again, he's gone a little bit too far. He's just not quite getting the right position here, is he?
No, it's running out now. Now he can get up the table with this one, but
well, that was a bit loose.
he misses it. Right. I think that was an excellent opportunity there, wasn't it? Missed by Ryan. As we said before, it's hard to get over the winning line. And
Dwayne's saying, is that counted as a dish? That 9-ball rack wasn't a breaking dish, was it? I don't know, I didn't notice.
well, he did. He broke and he potted a ball, and then he dished all the ball. He dished his balls, so it was a dish.
Oh, was it?
From a breaking dish, but I don't know. Does it count as a 9-ball breaking dish, or was
Of
it?
course, it's a breaking dish, but
Yeah.
Fair point, Dwayne.
Yeah.
There you go then.
That's our. Is that our first breaking dish?
Yeah, it is, yeah. First time I've had to use it.
Yeah.
First time I've had to use it, and I forgot all about it. Got one or two watching now.
There isn't there. There's a bit of yeah, and it's hotting up now the game. I love watching it. I love watching the crowd reaction as well, because everybody's pointing and that, and they're all saying, "Well, what he wants to do is this, and what he wants to do is that," and you get all these. Oh dear! Wow. Right. Take that red. I think he's got to take that red in between the two yellows and drop this yellow in. That's the shot. Then if he steves it over, he's sort of banked it. Right, he's only got a thin cut on this top one.
This is looking.
That's good.
More or less all but over.
Yeah, yeah. Just got to make sure he gets the right spot now. So he's going to run this now. He's got the black's got to go, hasn't he, to the left-hand pocket. So unless he can get over from here, depends on his. Oh, he's played that. He's played it okay, but it's thin cut.
You can just see an edge of it, but
yeah,
it could have been a lot easier this, Dave.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it would have been easier to drop that ball in and run the black across, but would he have got it if he'd have gone that way? So I think he's put the extension on his cue, so he's not got it.
He's not got it.
No. No.
And the yellows come well away from the corner pocket now, so
yeah,
Mark just needs a decent safety here. If he can get himself 2 shots here, he's got a right chance to level the match, take it into a decider.
If he can utilise the 2 yellows on the side cushion, if he can get over towards the ball, set one to the middle pocket, and then get himself over there.
Now he's going to bump the bottom one of the two just off the cushion, just to leave the white tucked in behind it.
No, he's not. I think he's going to. Is he going to come off this yellow?
He might even
come off the yellow and nip behind the other one.
Well, I don't know. He might even go for these, Dave.
Is he? Right.
He could play a plant with them too. It's not that difficult if you can get behind it.
No.
He's trying to remove one. I'll tell you what, that's not a bad shot. That's a great shot from Mark Graves.
It is. Yeah, it is.
He's just overcooked that a little bit, but he's okay. He's got the one to the right middle. He's just got to put 100% in every shot here. Just make sure of these.
Now it's assuming he gets these. How does Ryan hold himself for the last frame?
Well, it's his break, so and he has got a crunching break as Ryan.
Yeah.
One or two of Mark's teammates cheering him on there. You could just hear him in the background.
You can, can't you?
Big thing to this is Mark. I mean, Ryan's won the competition singles before. Mark hasn't, so it'll mean a hell of a lot to him if he can finish this. Obviously, it means as much to Ryan as well, but when you've not been in this situation before, certainly a big thing to get your first big competition win.
Love the graphics.
So, final frame, 2018, Golden 8 Ball Amateur Singles Final. Is that dry? It's dry, Dave.
It's a dry break.
It's a dry break. Now then, there's a bit of work to do here, either colour, but them yellows are probably...
I think the yellows probably look slightly better, don't you,
yeah.
Ryan? Yeah.
So, yellow as it is.
He's got the angle here, and to get across for the first of the two topped ones.
The one he needs to do one at a time.
Yeah.
He's probably going to have to, you know, if you can pop these, he's going to have to take the one to the top right, which he's taking now, drift over, take one of those, then take one to the left centre and come back for the other one on the top rail. He's caught the cushion early.
He has, hasn't he? Right.
Well, these reds are no gimmies.
No.
Straight away, he's trying to move Mark's ball over the pocket and bag the pocket, and he could have played that a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yellow might still sneak past this red.
I think it does. You know, I'm looking at it. So's Mark.
So he'll probably take the one over the top pocket now. Unless he feels he can sneak it past it. Now, he's looking that way. He's going to have to come off the jaw first, I think. It went clean.
Oh,
he's caught the red and going off. Oh, unlucky.
Unbelievable.
Well, I hope he doesn't lose the frame from that. That is very unlucky, and it's absolutely cursed. But having said that, you know, we are impartial. I'm not really too fussed who wins, as long as it's a good game for both players. But being as Mark's on the Northern Tour, I want him to win. I'm only joking. It's Mark's made up that he's got to the position he's got. So he'd obviously like to win it, but like I said to him outside, it is what it is. You play the balls. If they're there for you, they're there. If they're not, there's not a lot you can do about it. And Ryan's got a great chance here.
He has indeed, he has.
I can't see him. I really can't see him messing up these. Very experienced player.
Dave Mack there, top finish mark. Yes, it was indeed, Dave.
Now he's got a chance to take the one on the rail early here, on the top rail, and in doing so he's only got to drop it in. He's got a natural angle to come back for the one on the... well, he's gone the other way. Thought he might have gone top rail first, but he's a bit awkward here now. I thought he would have gone the other way, Dave. He could cue it nicely.
Yeah. Well, let's see that position on that. That's not too bad, actually. He'll cut that into the left-hand pocket, can't he, and get back over.
There is a junior competition going on at the moment, so I'm going to try and get a few of the junior games on. I'm not too sure how far they're into the competition yet, but I did speak to Donna. Donna's running it for Golden 8 Ball. And they have been playing a while. They're playing a round robin, so we're going to try and get at least a couple of the matches on stream, but it is nearly tea time as well. Well, I tell you what, that's a very, very... I think he went the wrong way myself.
I do.
I think he should have took the one on the rail first. You know, but obviously Ryan's he's a far better player than me, so who am I to say? But I just feel as though he went the wrong way. He made it a little bit more difficult. I think he had less to do with the white if he'd have gone the other way. So Mark's got a great chance here. He can play the plant here, the bottom one of those two yellows. He's going to flick into the other yellow as well, so I might just develop that enough to make that easy. Oh, he missed the yellow. Oh, he didn't want to. It's not ideal, that. You might have to play another plant here, Dave.
Yeah.
Just to get in better position.
Yeah.
I think
we've seen it earlier, though, haven't we? If you play it too soft, that ball won't go in. He's got to play it just the right amount of pace to get it in and keep the other ball in an open position.
I think if he gets this plant, he's gone favourite.
Yeah. He's taking the cut first. So we're looking to go down table and right back up again now, aren't we?
Oh, I think he's got a chance of the plant now, unless he puts loads aside, which he has done absolutely immense amount of side on that, and he's left himself a straighter plant now. So he'll just drop this plant in. Just dead weight. He's going to have plenty of distance between the white and his last yellow. He's just got to drop this in dead weight. And he's got a great chance here. He'll be absolutely churning up inside at the moment, will Mark. As I said before, he was really nervous during his semi-final last night. and he says he doesn't normally get like that, but these occasions can do all sorts to you.
Well, he needs to be at right point for this, doesn't he?
This will be a big win for him, this.
Yeah. I can't say that Ryan's not had his opportunities.
No, he's had his chance.
Yeah, he's had a couple.
It's just all about holding your nerve now. Just don't do anything you don't need to do. You might have to come round a couple. I think the black might go into the right centre,
Yeah.
but well, it certainly goes into the bottom right. I'm just wondering how much of an angle he has got on this one. This last yellow. If you can just drop it in. It's got the black in the bottom right hand corner.
Yeah, Mark busy wiping his cue and his hands there. He's clearly a bit of perspiration, maybe a bit of sweat, nervous sweat. So, here we are, big shot.
Might chuck a bit of left hand side on this.
He's missed it.
He's missed it.
That's
with the side. He's put a little bit of left hand side to try and straighten the white up, I think, and
it's taken on the ball,
just to take the black into the middle pocket.
Yeah. Now.
That was his chance. I think that was his final chance as well. I really can't see.
Well, I'm not going to say anything.
Well, no, I can't. I can't see Ryan missing these. But having said that, you couldn't really see Mark missing them yellows. To be fair, he just landed a little bit low on the last yellow.
So Ryan would have loved just to have had to put that into middle pocket, but no, he's got to cut it in now. So there's a bit of pressure. He's saving graces. The white's coming down this side of the table, isn't it? So
he doesn't miss these.
It'd make it an awkward cue in for or an awkward ball. There you are. He's done it. Well done.
Fair play to you, Ryan. Very, very unlucky, Mark Gray.
Yeah. Made a great final, though, didn't it?
Certainly did.
Yeah.
So, well played, Ryan Bodsworth, the 2018 Golden 8 Ball Amateur Singles Champion. A great fight there from Mark Gray. Good fight back as well to get himself in that position, but certainly had a chance to win it there. So, thank you very much for tuning in. We'll be back very shortly. Hopefully with some junior singles action. So I will stop the stream and you'll get a notification when we come back live again.
Okay. Bye-bye.
See you in a bit.